Hello, this is Rafael Zabala from I Am Interactive Marketing. I'm doing a video today for attorneys, particularly real estate attorneys. I was doing a little research on the traffic that is out there, and any attorney's firm or office today could be adding another $200,000 plus a year in annual revenue through very targeted online marketing. And I want to show you exactly how we are getting to those numbers and estimating this and our plan on how we get that done. So Google today provides a lot of information, right? As you can imagine, people are going to Google to search for services. You already know that. When I started 15 years ago, I had to convince people that the search engines were important. Today, that's really quite different because we know everyone goes to the search engines to look for and find, particularly for specialist help, right? If I need an attorney or a closing attorney or a personal injury attorney or whatever it may be, I'm going to go to Google and search to find who is in my area, who's around me, who can help me, right? So Google has this cool place called Keyword Planner inside Google AdWords, which is part of their pay-per-click marketing tools. And I can tell it, listen, show me keywords related to closing attorney, right? And this is the part that gets really interesting, is that we can do a targeting of geography. United States, obviously, right? But I'm going to remove this one because really, if you're a closing attorney, you really can only work in a certain area that makes sense for you. So, for example, Atlanta, Georgia, and that's where we're at. And this is where I did the research for some friends of mine, and we were all very impressed at the opportunity that is online. So I'm targeting specifically Atlanta. I'm targeting specifically these terms, and I say, go get ideas. And Google starts doing the work for you. Not only does it do the work for you, it groups them. Now you can see sometimes you have to be careful it's going to pull information or suggestions that are not relevant. But that's where we come in. We come in and grab all the keywords and download them and review them. We review them so that we can see what keywords are relevant. So let me show you the process. We download it, and then I'm going to pull it up here. I think I'm going to pause for 1 second while I pull that up. And here's the spreadsheet that I wanted to pull up with all of the results that they gave me, that Google gave me. So we go through and we read through them. In this case, there were 800 some results, and we filter through the ones that we think are most relevant. And I love Excel for these functions. Once I've picked the keywords that I want to go for, bam, it shows them to me. We then take this into an ROI analysis. And this is really the point of this little video. An ROI analysis is a return on investment analysis. How much money is there for us to make? How much money will it cost us to make that money? And how much we get back. So here on the left-hand side, you see that I've grabbed the keywords with the monthly search volume. And look, some of them are Atlanta-based keywords, like this one here, Atlanta real estate attorneys. But some of them are general keywords, like maybe lawyer real estate or real estate law firm. As if you remember, I asked Google to show me only the traffic that was in the Atlanta area, and it's telling me the average number over the last 12 months. So, or average monthly searches. And that's how we're getting to these numbers. I also asked Google to please show me how much it cost. What they suggest would be my bidding price if I wanted to buy that traffic. And this is basically the average cost per click, or CPC. With these two numbers, I can basically estimate how much the traffic costs, or what is the traffic value. And that is what that column is here. So what we've done just here is identified how much it costs to drive traffic. Now, of course, as you know, we're never going to be able to drive all 100% of that traffic, because when people search for something, so let's just go here to Google and hit closing attorneys, which is the example. You can see that there's a lot of options for me. There are ads up top. There is then there's the organic results. In this case, we have an in the news result. I'm surprised that I didn't get a map result, but because I probably didn't type in Atlanta. Let's see. And I'm just showing you this because these are all the different types of results. Here's the map results, but look, the same guys came up at top. So Campbell and Brandon are doing some good SEO. I'd love to help you beat them. See if they show up number 1 here and number 1 here. Yeah, we can definitely beat these folks. I love beating the strong competition. But what I'm saying here is that you have ad results, paid for results, and notice those guys are paying to show up there. And I know Ken Nugent is not a closing attorney, so that means someone is mismanaging his money. Then we have the map results. Then we have the organic results. So, for the purpose of this ROI analysis and how we can estimate our success, we're going to focus on just the search and paid for, right? So we're going to say that out of that traffic, we can pay for an ad and show up number 1, right? In that we can also show up in the map listings and in the organic, which would allow us to capture probably more than 10%, but for the purpose of this presentation, we'll say 10% of the total traffic. The total traffic was the adding up of all the monthly searches. Remember, this total traffic is just in the Atlanta area. In this case, the area where my friend's law firm is. So we're looking at, if we capture 10%, 89 traffic number coming to the site. Out of those 89, if we can convert 10% of those, and that means that out of those 89, that 10% call us or fill out a form, and that 10% is a good average number. I'm going to show you how in some of my campaigns we're doing 20%, 25%, 30% conversion rates, and these are actual numbers. But for estimations, I like to be conservative. So 10% of traffic, 10% conversion rate. That would mean that we generated 8.9 new leads, prospects to our business. Now, depending on your business, you're going to have a different a client conversion rate. So what I have found is that, when people are looking for, if you can get them in the door, right, that more often than not, you can close 1 out of 2, right? And that's how I get to this 50% number. But with that said, this is a spreadsheet, and based on these numbers would be based on your business. You pick the numbers that make most sense to you to come up with your own plan, your own ROI. But in this case, let's say it was a 50% client conversion rate. That would be 4.5 new clients a month that you can be generating with this traffic. So average client value, now this is going to be up to you. You tell me what that number is, but I'm actually a client of my friends for one of our other businesses, and I know in the last 12 months that we've brought close to $30,000 worth of business to them, not only through our own closings but referrals. Yeah, that's a lot because we do have another real estate investing business, and that's how that number is so much. But I'm assuming that many of the closings and the people that they work with are investors like myself, and that's the kind of people they like to work with. So let's say at an average closing of $1,500, and let's say they close 3 with them for the year, the average value of that client would be $4,500. And you can see how I got to that number. That means that with this traffic, they could be generating an annual revenue from this campaign of $240,000 for their business. Now tell me, who doesn't want to generate an additional $240,000 of revenue from your website? Now, of course, these are estimations, but this gives you a very real insight of what those numbers could be. Maybe, in your firm, 50% client conversion rate, it's a little high. Let's say it's 20%. Well, then that is a $96,000 of revenue that you could be generating for your business through your website today. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Whatever that number is, let's put some cost into it, because you know this stuff doesn't come for free, right? Well, we're saying that we're going to get 10% of that traffic. So we added up the value of that traffic based on the suggested cost per click that Google's given us. And this number, by the way, is usually higher than what we manage campaigns, because we manage to reduce that cost for our clients. But let's just go with the higher number. That if we were capturing 10% of that traffic in just the Atlanta area, my cost per click budget would be somewhere around the $500 a month range. Now, that is not a lot of money to generate that kind of return. That's the pay-per-click budget. Now, of course, you could do that yourself, or you could have experts like us help you put it together and put the landing pages and campaigns necessary to beat those numbers. But the net is that a smart agency, or firm, that is looking to increase their revenues and be able to target a specific subset of prospects. In this case, we were looking at closing attorneys or real estate attorneys in Atlanta, Georgia, can easily add $100,000 or $200,000 revenue stream by only capturing 10% of that traffic, which you can easily just purchase through just pay-per-click with a monthly budget of this number down here, or get it for free during SEO and organic listings, which is kind of what we specialize in doing. So the net is a return on investment on something like this. It's staggering, and you can see the number here yourself. Now, I would love to be able to, if you have a business or if you're a closing attorney, let's start there, and would like to capture this traffic, let me know. I would love to be able to partner with you. We give guarantees and do pay for performance models as well. Or if you have another business that's similar to this example, where you'd like to see what is the possibility, what is the potential of the revenue that you could be generating via your website, please contact me. I would love to be able to help you with this. It's my passion. It's what I've been doing for the last 15 years, and it'd be my pleasure to do it for you. So I hope that this video was informative, was helpful, shows you where there is some serious money that you can make online, and look forward to connecting with you and being of service. Thanks.